Hey, peace, y'all. Peace, y'all. Welcome to another edition of Francois Canvas. Hey, man, like I said, I've been consistent lately with, just sharpen up my skills on different ideas. Today, we're gonna do some fruits in a bowl and a background. It's like it's not a new style, but we're gonna try to do it in a new way. So I'll talk about it a little bit. Right here, I'll put, I have like a peach, apricot. Then I'm gonna put a lemon. Now both of those fruits that I just mentioned, we're gonna have them sliced in half. And this corner here, we're gonna add a quarter of a watermelon just to add flavor, and then we'll have a fruit here, and then we'll add some stuff to it, some grapes, banana in this corner. Then we'll have an orange, an apple, and a mango. Yeah. So now, as far as background, I wanted to try. I really like when I get my colors together. I wanted to try something. We're gonna try this color here. What does this say? It's a deep violet, as far as the background is concerned. And then deep violet, and then we're gonna need some yellow for our lemon. We'll just use a regular cad yellow for our lemon. And for the mango, definitely gonna need a little bit of red for that. But it's pretty much gonna be an orange, like green mango. We'll use this green here, like a forest green for the mango. And I just wanted to approach it different today as far as talking about the colors. Now, our watermelon, we're gonna make it, I don't know, we'll make a pink reddish watermelon. What else? I have some orange color here. So we're gonna use like a bright orange color for the orange, of course. And yep, this is for our orange. And what else? What else do we need? Oh yeah, for the grapes. Now, as far as the grapes are concerned, I'm gonna go kind of like blue and violet almost for the grapes, but then we're gonna have two sets of grapes, and then I'm gonna have a lighter shade of grape. So for the lighter shade of grape, we'll just use a lighter shade of green. That's it. And then we get busy. We're gonna need black for our shadows. Put it right dead center. And of course, we're gonna need some white. Now, for the white, I'm gonna try, and look, sometimes when you guys painting, once in a while, it's important to put your white on a separate platform, just to make sure that it doesn't get mixed in with the other colors. But I find myself having to, I'm gonna use this little thing here, and then we'll just add the white on it. Uh-oh, running low on white. I think we have enough. All right. But before we get started, I'm gonna tag some people in like I normally do to make sure that this should be fun, man. It's I'm gonna pretend like I'm doing a sky and water. We're just gonna make that table really big, and then we'll just slap a lighter color on it. So I was thinking, for contrast, we'll use like a tan for the table, and maybe something like this. All right, and then keep all your colors nearby in case you have to refer back to them. So that's another thing you might want to, but we're gonna stay simple. We're not trying to get hyper detailed or anything, because it's gonna take too long. And also I'm doing a time lapse on it, so this should be really, really, really fun. All right, ready to go. Welcome to Francois Canvas, and I got all my brushes here. Now, like I said, I'm aiming for like we're gonna play around with some colors as far as the background is concerned, and then we'll come here and, let me like add an imaginary line. A slight little color on this brush. I'm gonna have to wash it a little cleaner. And all you need is an old t-shirt as a rag, and that's it. That's all you need. So old t-shirt as a rag, and we get busy. Like I said, before we get started, let me invite my group as usual. I need to send out some more invites for the groups. Normally I don't tag these groups anymore because they start complaining, and I don't want to do that. Let me send some invites. Hold this real steady. Send some invites. I think about 50 invites should do. You know how it is with sales. If you're aiming for 100, you gotta speak to 10,000. You know how it is. All right, we're gonna just send 50 invites. I'm gonna really skip around today and then hit different part of the list. Then we'll get started. And then as we go along, we'll figure it out. So the end result, basically, we're looking for a table. We're gonna have a peach on one side, a lemon, and a piece of watermelon. Those three I just mentioned are cut. And then in the bowl, we'll have whole fruits. Something like that. And then we'll go here. All right, let's get busy, y'all. Let's get busy. Few invites. Whoever like to come in, you're welcome. But I have a feeling the end result is gonna be really nice. So I'm gonna try to do it in a way where I keep it simple. So in case you guys wanna review the live and paint along, it's not gonna be that much of a big deal. Just have faith in yourself. Just believe you could do it. I don't know. All right, maybe 10 more invites. It's easier doing it that way. When I try to invite and then hit the live button, it doesn't work. And I get all kinds of notification, and I'm not sure why. But anyway, so there you go. These are all the invites I'm sending out. Hey, shout out once again. Good afternoon to all, and let's get busy. Once again, I'm gonna get right to it. I might be able to start with Big Goofy today. We're gonna maybe take a little bit of black, put here, something like that. We're gonna be very random today. Then go into that violet color that I spoke about, and then we'll put some here. Just be very random with it, because it's just a backdrop, and then you're gonna go start digging into your white. And then just circle. We're just trying to circle some effects here, like that. See, something like this. And whatever happens is how we leaving it. So what we'll do is just a tiny bit of yellow, but I'm not gonna use the brush. I'm gonna grab a smaller brush and actually pick up the yellow and then drop it on the brush, something like this, because I don't want to dirty that yellow at all right now. And then you wash that brush, put it to the side, and then you're gonna come here just to add it's gonna add something different. Dig back into the white, see, something like this, and then just start going over. And then we're trying to give the impression, and then try to grab a little more black, you know, something like this. We're trying to give the impression that one side is lighter than the other. And then, you know, something like that. Take out some of the brush marks, you know, just add little effects here and there. See, look, something like that. And you could even go back into the white and then create some kind of effect like this, right? Now we're gonna do away with the big brush, and then we're gonna get busy. It's gonna be interesting. I can't wait to see how this one turn out. See, something like that. Go into your brush, and then just go left and right, and then leave those marks there, and just kind of like blend them in, just to give the backdrop an interesting look. See, something like that. You know, something like this. Take out all your brush marks. All right. So now, as far as this is concerned, I know I went, you know, I got a little messy in the bottom, but don't worry about that. You're just gonna draw some kind of table type thing. It's really a cloth we're drawing. See, something like this. Something like that. All right, you know what? Before we continue, go back into some kind of, just grab a random brush. Go back into that purple and white. Back into that purple and white. That come in the bottom like this. You know, and you want your brush real dry. Back into the purple and white. And then come into the bottom like this. And then make sure the whole area is covered. See, something like that. And then like this, you know, just go around and create some kind of little subtle effects and whatever. See, we're just being random. Now go back to let's go back to our table. Something like this. Back to our table. Pretty much a platform. You know, while we get this part out the way, this is gonna be nice. I'm telling you, it's gonna be really nice. See, sometimes some people use ruler. I like to practice keeping my hands steady. Something like that. Might have to pour out a little bit more of that color. Let's pour out a little bit more of that color. And then kind of like go all over and spread it out. See, something like this. And just like that, we already have our table or cloth, whatever you want to, I mean, however you slice it, there's a cloth on top of the table. Boom. See, something like that. And then maybe when it dry, we'll create some more separation. Maybe add a little strip of lighter color, just to really separate that that cloth from the, you know, something like this. Come right here. Yeah, just fill that all up. All right. All right. Just like that, we got ourselves our background already. I can't wait to see what the time lapse looked like. So, yeah, once again, I've been hitting you guys with different kind of approach to these platforms. Sometimes I get on and I beat the drums. Yesterday, I did a really good one. When I reviewed it, it came out better than I expected. Pretty much, I spoke about a phrase. A phrase means like, say for example, you're beating the drum, boom, boom, pim, boom, 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 pim, boom, 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 pim, tap, 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 boom, 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 pim. That's a phrase. So with that simple phrase, you could make a whole song out of it. And then you add a bridge and a break. You got your intro and an outro, bridge and a break. Got yourself a song. Anyway, back to this, right? So what I think we should do is get the bowl out the way. We're gonna do something real simple as far as the bowl is concerned. As far as the bowl is concerned, we're gonna do something real simple. So now I'm gonna use a flat brush and use that brush to my advantage. I'm gonna pretty much, you know what? We're gonna go dark. We're gonna go dark. Let's go dark. And then start like bringing the shape of the bowl to life. So we'll go above this, something like that, and then see something like this. I'm gonna try to move as fast as I can, something like that. See, something like this. We don't want the bowl too big now. And then just come straight down on the side. See, I could have saved myself some paint and not paint anything in this area, but it's okay. Don't worry about it. Let's get a nice little shape of a bowl, something like that. And then we could round it off at the bottom a little bit. See? Round it off at the bottom a little bit. And then we round it off at the very base some more. See, something like this. See, I'm using the sharp edge of the brush to my advantage. Now, just real simple, man. Real simple. Just come on the side like this, and then just let the paint break. Dig into the black again. Let the paint break. You know, whatever happened, we'll make that the pattern of the bowl. But make sure you touch the edge the way, say something like this. Boom, something like that. And then come on top and then break it. See, I wanted to try something different with you guys. You know, I don't just paint nature scenes. See, something like that. Just let it break. It's okay. Let it break. Now, we're gonna go on the other side now and try to create the color that. Now, before we do that, let me take a smaller brush, and then I'm gonna go back and to like really shaping this bowl, make it look nice, you know. Just, we don't want a nasty looking bowl. I mean, you come on the edge here, straighten it out a little bit, and then come over like that. You see how these streaks right there is already giving you the shape of the bowl. Now, this area here, I'm gonna darken it. We're gonna darken it some more. We're gonna darken it some more. And then I'll have, so what, you know what I'm gonna do? On this side here is lighter than here. So we'll have our light, maybe a light coming from this way, like going that way. Let me start over. Coming that way. Right? Now, what color should we make our bowl? Very interesting question. We got to pick a nice color to, let's see, what should we color our bowl? What should we color our bowl? You know what? Let's color our bowl some kind of turquoise color. Now, real easy, you guys. What you do is, and then we're gonna get into the fruits. When we get to the fruits, it's gonna move fast. Don't worry. With that same flat brush, go into your. You might want to loosen that paint up a little bit, add a little water, but don't squeeze too hard. Just wipe some of the water off. And then come back here, because we want the bowl to look rugged. So I don't want to block you guys. So I'm going to show you exactly what's taking place. See, touch the very edge, and then just come around like this. Touch the very edge again, and then come around like that. once again, let's loosen up the paint a little bit so it can slide over. So what I'm gonna do is, look, touch the edge and then slide over. Try to keep the consistency of the brush strokes. See, something like that, and then come across. Something like that, come across. Go back again. Come across. That, come across. See, come like that, come across. And then just like that, you got yourself, you know, a interesting looking bowl. We're not done yet because we need to cover some more of it up. Come right here, touch the very edge, and like that. See? And then come right here and try to get the shape of the bowl out the way. See? Something like that. Now we're gonna go back into the color, but you're not gonna go all the way across. Touch the edge again, and then boom. Touch the edge again, and boom. Touch the edge again, and boom. But try to make your brush strokes something like that. Now, let's go back into, hello Joanne, how you doing? So now I'm trying something different today. Add some fruits. Fruits are healthy. Yeah, we always trying to, we got lucky with a little one that likes fruit. See, look, take the black and go back the other way. See? Take the black and go back the other way. Take the black, go back the other way. But try to, you might want to wipe some of the excess off. Go back into the black because we don't want any of that color to come on this side. See, something like that. See, look, just like this. Wipe the excess back into the black because we want that streak to disappear. Now, here's what we're gonna do. Wash your brush. Wash your brush. Oh, the sound is low. Thank you for telling me that. The sound is low. Give me a second. I'm gonna work on that right now. I'm gonna have to speak louder. I'm gonna have to speak louder if the sound is low. Mic check 1 2. Maybe it's your phone. Our volume is max. If your volume is max, all right. Let's try now. Can you hear me now? Hello, hello. Do I sound better now, Joanne? I hope I sound better. But yeah, I thought I had everything set up correctly. But look, before the paint dry, let me continue. I'm just gonna project my voice a little more. Now, go back to that same side and then go against that black again. See, like this, and go against the black. Now, here's what we're gonna do to get this right, because what I'm trying to do is very tricky. So, black on this, we're gonna add the turquoise on this. We're gonna wash both brush and start fresh. And then we almost done. We're just trying to get the paints to overlap each other, right? I'm gonna have black on one, and then I'm gonna have turquoise on the other. Now let's try again. We're gonna go like this, and boom. And then you're gonna grab the black and go and counter it. Just like that. Black, counter it. Right? Just like that, right? Go back into your turquoise, right? We're gonna hit the bottom, come across like this, and then you're gonna take some of the black, take some black and counter it. See, something like that. Wipe your brush. We're taking off the excess when you wipe your brush. Dig back into this. See, something like that. Like whenever you see the paint come up, don't worry about it. You just grab the black and then boom, you take it off. Boom, just like that. We're gonna leave the bowl like that. That gives it a nice look. That gives it a nice look. Wow, I really hope my audio stays good. I don't like when my audio is not good. But mic check 1 2, mic check 1 2. Hopefully we're good. Now, we know our light is coming from this way, so real quick, we're just gonna add a little shadow. Nothing crazy. Grab one of your little small oval brush. So now I'm forced to just project my voice throughout the whole process, right? Grab a little brush. I don't know, take a little black and tan, kind of like distort and just create a dark color. And then just come like here like that. Say like right here like that. And then create some kind of shadow. See, something like this. Just keep going till it looks like a big enough shadow, something like that. Don't try to be perfect, just create some kind of shadow. See, something like that. And then maybe come back into the black and tan again. And then kind of like, try not to disturb that black because you're gonna mess it up. See, something like this, see? And then, do away with that brush. You need something flat. Because not, need something flat. Need something flat. Need something flat. Oh, I'm glad it's better. I did a little tweaking on my side. Hopefully it's better. Now, you take a little bit of black in that same tan color. Thank you, Joanne, for giving me the heads up. I really appreciate that. All right, so now you're gonna come like this. Just kind of create, just make the shadow look good. You know, something like this. And then smudge it, even if it breaks up right here. It's okay. See, just like that, we got ourselves a shadow. And then you fade it out. Grab a little bit of that tan. And then kind of like fade it out, you know. Because maybe the light that's hitting it could have been like a glare. So the shadow is not really that pronounced. Now, go with that same brush, just go on the side and, you know, just straighten it up a little bit. Straighten up. And just like that, we got ourselves our bowl. That's our bowl. That's what we'll be working with. Now, go into a little bit of white. Go into a little bit of white. Right? See, look, real simple. You're going to come right here and then just create a line. Try to create a line. See, something like that. Wipe the brush, bring the line the other way. See, something like that, and then fade it out. See, something like this. Wipe your brush, and then maybe go across it. Let's see if we can get away with that. Nope. Let's try that again. Come right here and then create a line. See, something like that. And then come in the back and kind of like, you could even use your finger if you want, something like that, because we're trying to fade that out into the, see, something like that. Oh, that's perfect. Leave it just like that. Now, we're going to give this a chance to dry. You know, we're going to give that a chance to dry. You know, add little effects here and there if you like, just to break up certain things. And then that's pretty much your bowl right there. See, look at that. You know, that's pretty much your bowl. So now, what we're gonna do now is, thank you once again, Joanne. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna give the bowl a chance to dry. Now we're gonna work on our apricot. So you're gonna need a small brush for that. We're gonna probably use this guy right here, our little oval brush. And keep this flat brush handy because this is a very useful brush. Now, we're going to put the apricot here somewhere. So what we're going to do is take a little purple, maybe, you know what? Before we add the purple, you don't even have to wash the brush. Go into a little bit like reddish orange type color. It's like a reddish orange. You'll see what I'm talking about real soon. And then just come right here and start painting the shape of a little apricot or a peach. See, something like that. Go into a little bit of orangey. Something like that. And then come around. The reason why I told you to keep that sharp brush, because this is a brush that's going to allow you to really hit these corners. See, like this. Something like that. Go back into a little red and orange. Put it on both sides. And then look, like this. I'm going to keep projecting my voice. Now I'm conscious that the sound might not be good. And then come around like this. And then we're trying to really get that shape in. Once we get that shape in, we're good. Something like that. This is going to be our apricot. I keep calling it apricot, but I really think that's going to be a peach if you ask me. Now, you need a smaller brush. Find yourself a smaller brush, something that you could bring to a point, you know. This one right here will do. Now let's go into our yellow. Let's go into our yellow. Maybe take a little bit of yellow and bring it over to the white. Kind of like mix it up a little bit. Mix it up a little bit. And then we're gonna kind of like paint the top of, see, look. See, something like that. Then we're gonna start getting our peach going. Something like this. It's not that hard to paint fruits, you know. Keep this here. Once in a while you might need that to reinforce. Go back into that same color you just mixed. Kind of like create the top a little bit, something like that. See, look, come around. You know, keep right here skinny, because we're gonna add the pit. Something like that. And then you wanna right here like this, and you know, we'll add a little bit of, here's what we'll do. See this little line right there I just did? That'll be like the light part of the pit, but the pit is dark. So something like that, right? That, I mean, to me that looks good. Now I might have to continue with this small brush because it really gives you the advantage to get go back into your red, but this time go into your red and purple. You can even add a little bit of orange to it as well. Look, just come right here like that and try to get a shape of some kind of fruit type dynamic. Use this as a reference point to circle around. You want to circle around like this because we're trying to give this thing a shape. Boom, right? Now, go into your purple, come back out like this, and then and then you're gonna come about right here, like that, and circle around. Try to make like a perfect crescent in this part. Now, and then fill it in. Fill that in. Fill that in. But let's move fast, because we don't want to be here all day painting fruits. Move fast. Something like this. And I hope you guys could hear me. I'm trying my very best to stay conscious to project my voice. Something like that, right? Now, if you want, you know, just to get the process going, start drawing the inside of the peach, something like that. Do a little line here, you see, and then come around, but keep the bottom here orange, see, something like that. Now, watch this. Go back into that yellow and white. No, wash your brush, wash your brush, wash your brush. Keep this brush handy because you're going to need it. Keep this brush handy, you're going to need it, right? Wash your brush. Now let's go into that yellow again, and then we're going to fill in this little area here. Boom. Fill that in. Fill that in, but see something like this? Fill that in. Go into the white a little bit. because you might want to brighten that up. See, fill that in. See, something like that. See? We're really going to give it a peach look. See, something like that. Fill that in. Back into your yellow. And right here. Now, the other half is casting a shadow on it. So you're not going to want it as bright. Something like this. Try to get these lines sharp. See, something like that. Boom. And leave it alone. Now, how would you darken it? Take a little bit of red. No, not too much red. No, let's not do that. Take a little bit of orange. And maybe a little tan color. Let's see if that darken it good. Yeah, something like that. And then you want to darken here. Because the other half, once again, is casting a shadow on it. Don't worry about this. You could always come back and fix the, see, something like this. See, already we have a peach look, right? Now, let's go into our burgundy. We're not washing anything yet. Go into our little burgundy. Let's fill in the pit. Fill in the pit with the little burgundy, right? Fill in the pit with the little burgundy. Grab a little black and burgundy. And then you want to fill like right here up. See, something like that. Now wipe your brush. Take the red and burgundy, and then kind of like come break up this color here, because you want it to like fade away. Something like this. See, something like that. See, something like this, right? Then you're gonna go into your little yellow and white. Take a tiny bit of red, yellow and white, and then come right here, because we're trying to give the, this is kind of like something like this. See, something like that. See, something like this. Now, if you don't like how that look, you take a little bit of red and then kind of like touch the top of that, just to see, something like that. And then just like that, you got yourself a peach look. Now go back into your yellow and white. Go back into your yellow and white and start shaping this thing up really nice. Something like this. Boom. See? Bow. And then go into your, see, something like that. See, something like this. I'm still not satisfied with the dark color here. We really want to create that. There it is. That shadow. What I did was I touched a little tiny bit of black, something like this. Maybe take the purple and black some more. That's too much. We'll mix it with the orange real quick, and then boom, kind of just spread that out here. See? That creates a nice, wipe the brush, grab a little orange and yellow. This is where you really got to control your color. See, something like that, you know, overlap, wipe your brush, and then kind of bring it all together. See, something like that creates a nice little shadow. Now we're gonna go into purple and black. Purple and black. Purple and black. Go into some purple and black. You might have to loosen that color up a little bit. Back to some purple and black. And take your time. All right, now let's take some more of that purple and black. We're gonna come on this side. Something like this. See, look. Something like that. Just to give that that look. All right. It's okay if the color break up. Grab a little more purple. See, look, something like that. See, look. Try to keep that shape nice and round. See, something like that. And once in a while, you might have to loosen up the water, loosen up the paint, so you can get that nice flow. B? All right, I'm satisfied with this. Now, wipe your brush a little bit. Now go into just black, and then just go on the bottom and create some kind of shadow, and then kind of like, and then take a little tan just to lighten up this area. See, something like that. See, something like that. You know, you might want that shadow to go all the way into this area here. And then just like that, we got our peach. Just like that, you got yourself your peach. Come right here, and we're gonna create some more shadows. And I'll create some more shadow. See, something like that. See? Yep. The whole point today is to demonstrate that you can pretty much do anything, you know, you put your mind to, you know, something like that. And then we leave it. Now let's go work on our actual pit, where the pit is. So the easiest way to do that is come right here and create like a little shape, and then go into the, see, something like that. Just create the dark side of the pit, something like that, right? And then take some burgundy. Take some burgundy, put it on this side. Take some burgundy, something like that. See, something like this. And then kind of like break it up and shape it up real nice. See, something like this. Now go into a little burgundy and tan. Now it's, see, look, we're gonna try to create like a line here like that. And then you're gonna want to darken the back a little bit, and then the pit is kind of casting a little shadow, something like that. Look, just like that. Look, got yourself. But now we're gonna have to work on the shape. We're gonna have to work on the shape. So back, wash the brush, wipe it. Now go back into your white, and then come right here, and let's work on the shape of this thing here. See, look, something like that. See, something like this. And then maybe we'll add another piece here. See, something like that. We'll work on our shape. Yeah, right here is nice and bright. So we'll create some bright colors here. See, something like that. And then maybe we'll take a little orange and yellow, and then kind of like, you know, create some kind of, all right, we'll leave this like that for now, but now let's darken the back a little bit. Go back into your little purple and black. We're gonna darken here. Grab some black. Don't be shy with the black. And come right here like this. Get some more of that black. Because you already have the purple on it, so the black is just gonna create that shadow that you're looking for. This is a really clean fruit, so to blend in this color really good. Now we're gonna take a little bit of red, add it here, something like that. And then we're gonna ash it out a little bit. Take just the white, and then we're gonna ash it out a little bit. So you come right here, like this. Just ash it out. See, something like that. See? And then just like that, you got yourself a peach with a pit. But I'm not completely satisfied yet, because this shape right here, we have to, look, take a little bit of orange, wash your brush, take a little bit of orange and white. Take a little bit of orange and white, and let's try to shape this thing a little better. See, something like this. Now go into the black. Go into the black and kind of like just trying to create like a nice little shape to round it off. Now it looks good. See, something like that. All right, and then you just lay that black out and just kind of like this. See, something like that. Boom. Now we got ourselves. Well, now we got the peach out the way. Now we're gonna work on our lemon. Our lemon is gonna be real easy. We're gonna work on our lemon. Just to make the process smoother, we're gonna take a little bit of white. Take a little bit of white. Let's work on our lemon right here. Now, we might have to reshape that. We want that slightly oval. So, see, something like that. Slightly oval. All right? Now, you don't have to fill that in. Now, take a little bit of, how would you make that? So, for the inside color, we're going to take a little tiny bit of tan and yellow. For now, a little tan and yellow. Yeah, I think tan and yellow will give you a nice little orange look. I mean, a little lemon look on the insides. Yeah, take a little tan. Go heavy on the yellow. See, something like that. And now let's circle around and make the shape. We're not gonna waste too much time on the lemon. Boom, something like that. And then we're gonna let's take off the excess paint. Something like this. Something like that. Let that dry a little bit. We'll come back and reinforce the color, add some detail in the middle. But it's not impossible to draw a lemon, trust me. So now that's one piece of lemon. Now we need to draw another piece of lemon. We're gonna use some kind of tan and greenish type color for the other side and add some yellow to it. See, something like that. And this is where you really gotta draw some kind of, some kind of shape like this. I hope I'm not blocking you guys. Hello? Oh, I'm still here. Hope I'm not blocking you guys. Something like that. Come in. Go back into the yellow to highlight it some more. Back into the yellow. I mean, you gotta really know your color. Now, grab a little bit of white, and then we're gonna draw a line on top like this. Right? Take a little bit of yellow, and then circle back this way. A little bit more yellow, circle back this way. We're not trying to waste too much time on this one. Now, I'm gonna try to see if the color would stick, but we'll do the seeds here. We'll put a seed here, a seed there, and let that dry for a second, and then we'll work on the body of the lemon. So to get that done, we're gonna need some tiny bit of green, tiny bit of tan, something like that. We're gonna work on this side. We'll work on this side right here, tiny bit of green, tiny bit of tan. Right? Now, if the video takes too long, I'm only gonna post the time lapse because I'm recording the time lapse as well. Right? And then come back into this side, something like that. Because even though it's a lemon, if you look at it closely, it still have a little greenish type color to it. Now let's go into the white to see if we could create some of those shapes, some of those, maybe something like that, and then we'll come here real light, something like this, and then we'll leave it like this for now. Now for the shadow part, we're going to take a little bit of green and black, maybe mix it up a little yellow, and then come right here, look. Now go back into the yellow, wipe off the excess. I can't wait to see what the time lapse look like on this. Grab a little black. Let's go into a little black and tan so we could really create that shadow. See, something like that. Go back into that black and tan again and something like this. Now, let's try to wash your brush. Try to go on the other side to counter it with some of that yellow and white. So you could maybe add a little taste of orange to it. And then come back this way. See, something like that. Just to give it that lemon look. Something like that. And then grab a little white and then just put a dot right in the middle like that. Some more white. If it doesn't want to stick, do it again. Then we'll come back and reinforce that. So now as far as this, we'll do something like that. Something like this. See, something like that. Let's go into lemon shape, but first what we're gonna do is go into the lemon shape, something like that. Something like that. Might need a better lemon shape than that. So try to round it off real nice. And then you're gonna add a little button in the bottom. Wait, round it off real nice, right? And then come in the bottom, add a little button. You know that little button that lemon have? Just create that little button. See, something like that. Boom. Then come back around this way. Grab a little bit of white. Come back this way. Grab a little white, come back that way. See, look. Something like that. Something like that. So now, to add a little shadow, you wanna, I'm sticking to the tan and black for the shadow. That's creating a nice little shadow for. And then maybe you come right here behind the button and then just try to, capture like a little circle color. Circle shape, something like that. Right under the button too. See, something like that. See? And then, and fade it out. Just give it a little shadow. Back into this. And then come right here, do the same thing. Just a little, like a round little shadow shape. Something like that. Right? And then you go here. Boom. Then we're gonna add our watermelon here. We're almost done. All right. Shout out to everybody who's in the building watching this. So now we're gonna need to kind of go back into the white now. Go back into your white. Back into the white. We need to reinforce this area here. See, we need to really, really capture. Go back into the white. And then maybe we'll leave it alone and come back again. But for now, add that layer because you really want that ring to look white. You know, you want that ring to look white. And then say right here, you have a skinny ring. When you get to the edge, you widen it a little bit, and then you get back skinny. Just to give now you're working with perspectives. See something like that, and then come back skinny, right? Now, take a little bit of orange, a little bit of tan, darken that up a little bit, and then we're gonna add a little shadow on this side. See something like that. See, something like that. Not too crazy. See, something like that. And maybe, just maybe, we'll come back with the yellow. Just to reinforce that color. See, the color is not sticking now. A lot of times they need a couple of layers, but we'll leave that alone for now. Wipe the excess, and then look. And then mix the shadow in. Now, to really give it that shadow look, you're gonna have to go back into a little bit of, all right, wash your brush, back into that yellow. Take a little bit of yellow, take a little tiny bit of orange, mix the two together, right? Come back here and reinforce that lemon color on it. See, something like that. Reinforce that lemon color, right? Something like this, right? Take a little bit of yellow, go on top, spread it out. See, something like that, right? A little bit of yellow, come on top, spread it out, right? Now, I'm gonna let that dry just a little bit because I gotta come and add I'm trying to add you know what, let me add a little orange now just to create, maybe the shadow touched it a little bit, something like right here like that. And see, right in this area where I'm touching, you're gonna need a little white. What that's gonna create is some kind of, let me see if I could, yep, that'll work. See something. Now we need to come here and add some kind of white just to give the now go into your yellow, a little bit of yellow and white, tiny bit of yellow and white, mainly white. Kind of come right here and then just let some colors flare out like this way and that way and this way, that way. See, something like that, just to give the, and then maybe we'll take a little white and add a seed here. Then we'll add a seed there, you know, just to give that lemon a nice look. So now we'll leave that alone. Now let's get to our watermelon. This is where it gets interesting. The watermelon should be the easiest, but it's important that you capture. Damn, I might end up doing this whole painting with this tiny brush. We're gonna go into a piece of watermelon. So now, you're gonna come, say, like right about here. Say like right about here. And then just create like a shape. And then just go off the canvas. And then just add another shape going this way. Add another line going this way. The watermelon is easy, y'all. It's really easy. We'll continue with the white because I might need that. See, look, you're gonna add a little line like this, say right here. See, something like that. And then you're gonna round it off real easy here. Something like that. And just like that, you got yourself your watermelon. Now, all we gotta do is go in and fill it in. So I'm gonna try something. Because I can't wait. I got to get to the bowl because I got some more fruits to add in the bowl. I'm going to try something. I'm going to really need to whiten this out right now before we could get the... And then I'm going to whiten this out and let it dry. Just real easy. See, something like this. See? Look, just like that. Whiten that out. and let that dry. So what that's gonna do is take out that dark color that's on the sheet. And then maybe in the meanwhile, we could work on our shadow a little bit. Wash the brush. Take a little bit of green and black. A little bit of green and black, and then we work on our shadow. Just a little tiny bit of shadow here. Something like right here, something like that. Now, wash the brush. Wash the brush, and then boom, something like that. Something like that. Now, as far as the green is concerned, we could just add, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do the same concept for this. We're gonna take yellow to lighten this up. Don't worry, you're gonna see a watermelon real soon, like this. All right, that's gonna be our watermelon. Now, as far as the border, we already know it's white. Just to save ourselves some time, go back into that small brush and then go into the white. Go into the white. Go into the white, and let's try to create that border is staying white anyway, so, you know, just the watermelon border. That's the white part of the watermelon, right? Come back into it and reinforce it. Like that. We leave it like this for now. I'm allowing this area here to dry a little bit, and in the meanwhile, we're gonna work on our little green area. So now, what I'm gonna need you to do is grab a little white, touch it up with a tiny bit of green, and then we're gonna come here like this. That worked out perfect. That worked out perfect. And then we're gonna go here in the bottom. You're trying to do it the easy way. See, now take some black, add here, right? Wipe your brush. Now take some green and start adding it. So what the black did, create a nice little dark spot right there. Now, you can use a bigger brush if you want, but me, I'm gonna continue with this brush because it's really giving me the advantage to do what I want. I mean, what I need to give the effect. See, something like that. Come back with your green. See, look. Something like this. Something like that. Now, switch over to a different brush. I just need something slightly bigger, right? Something slightly bigger. Go back into a little bit of yellow and green. And I'm trying not to block y'all. See, look, like this. You see where we added the white? We're trying to cover that up a little bit. See, look, just like that. And then come back up this way. Just straighten up the lines a little bit. Now, go into the yellow and then start adding some effects here and there as far as the watermelon is concerned, because you know watermelon got these little shapes on it, something like to that effect. And not satisfied yet, come in the bottom with the green some more. Let's make this little line here a little smaller. Come back into the black, darken here a little bit, just to give it a flavor. See, something like that. Go back into the black, back into the black. Nope, the paint is coming off, so you might want to make the black a little thicker. There it is, now it's sticking. See, something like that, all right? and then grab the green. Grab the green, grab a little bit of white. We're gonna go here with the green still on the brush. See, what I just did was, you probably didn't notice, but what I just did was created some kind of where the, see, this is the white, we're gonna put the pink part here, the white part of the watermelon where it meets the skin. There's not a sharp line, it kind of blends in. It goes from the white to the green, and it's a small transition. Now we're gonna add our pink to the watermelon. That part is real easy. That part is real easy. We're gonna take a little bit of red, and the pink, because the red is gonna warm up the pink a little bit, and then we're gonna real easy come like this into our watermelon. Come down. Don't mess up that white border. Go into a little bit of red and pink. Come down. See, just like that, you got yourself a nice piece of watermelon. But we're not done yet. Go into that oval brush. Go into that oval brush. But before we go into the oval brush, tiny bit of white, right? And come on top and try to get rid of any line. See, something like that. Just give the watermelon a little character. See, just like that, and come down. Then you get rid of, see? That's a nice little watermelon look, if you ask me. Now, we have 3 fruits down, and then we got 4 more to go, and then we out of here. So I'm not sure what kind of timing I'm working with. Once again, if it takes too long, I'll just post the time lapse. I like our peach, it looks good. I like our lemon, it looks good. Now we gotta have our watermelon. Now, for the watermelon to look good, we're gonna need to go back to our little tiny brush. And start adding some watermelon seeds, because you know watermelon have a lot of seeds. You know, maybe we'll add one here, but we're gonna need to let that add one here. Maybe we'll add another one here, another one in the bottom, something like that. Here. You know, just keep adding seeds till you're satisfied. Something right here, maybe a smaller one here. Boom, boom. See? Now you got yourself a nice little watermelon look. Now, now go into the white and the pink. Right? And then kind of come here like that and drop little details in the bottom. So see something like that. So I notice watermelon have these little, and then go back, and then you could even go back into the red just to make that go away just a tiny bit. See, something like that. Now, as far as the border, as far as this edge here is concerned, you want to add a little more red to it. That's going to give the watermelon a nice little, it's going to make it look juicy. See, something like that. And then we're going to go on top. Take a little bit of white, back into that little bit of pink color, because you don't want it too white. And just come on top and kind of create some kind of, you know, something like this. See, something like that. Go into your red. We don't want that color too bright. Go into the red. Act like you're making it disappear a little bit. Watch, it's gonna give a nice look. You see? Just like that, and we leave our watermelon alone. Because if we bother that too much, we're gonna mess it up. Now let's move on to the next thing. We're gonna add some, we're gonna do our mango. The mango is real easy. That's gonna be the easy part. We're gonna get our mango out the way. We're gonna have a nice little golden, it's like a nice little golden mango. Hold on. Instead of talk about it, let's do it. Add a mango here, something like that. See, look. It's sitting in the bowl, so right now we're just trying to get a little mango shape. A little mango shape like this. I love mangoes, so you know that's gonna come out good. See, something like that. A little mango shape. And then you boom here and then round it off at the bottom, something like that. See? See, something like this. A little mango shape. Back into that same flat brush. Let's start adding a little yellow inside to fill that in. Fill that in with some yellow. Now, and then right on top of that, I'm gonna have an apple, but I'm not gonna get to the apple yet. Right now, I'm gonna allow that to dry because I really want the mango to come out good. Really want the mango to come out good. Now, let's think. At first, I said the light was coming here. Let's think multiple sources of light. Make sure maybe there's a light here, but maybe there's another light that's coming this way. So we're gonna give the mango a glow here just to give that mango look. So what I'll do is I'm just gonna add a little bit of white here, a little bit of white here for the glow, and then we just a little bit more for the glow, something like this. And then we're gonna come back and define it. Let that dry. Now we're gonna work on grapes. Find yourself a small brush. See, something like this will work. A small brush, right? And then we're gonna go into, now as far as our grapes is concerned, grapes are not impossible to draw, depending on what level of details you're looking for. Grapes are not impossible. We're gonna use pretty much a reddish and purple grape. We're gonna do two types of grapes. Take a little red and something like this, and then look. And then we're gonna start adding our grape here. Add one grape, then add another one. Then we add another one here. Then we add another one. Maybe make this one a little bigger. Then we add another grape here. So you can't really tell which one is in front of the other, but we're gonna make that distinction real soon. Come right here. Maybe we'll do one here, and then we'll add one more on the bottom, like right here. See, something like that. I told y'all, perfect circle is my middle name. And then we'll add just maybe one here peeking out the back, something like that. Then we'll do another one peeking out the back. Then we'll do another one peeking out the back. And then maybe we'll do another one. We'll overlap one right here, something like that. See? See, like that. We gotta go back and reinforce our grapes because I can still see the bowl. So what we'll do, we'll allow that to dry. Let's get back to our mango. Let's get back to our mango, okay? We're gonna go back to our mango and get busy with that. So the mango is really easy. I'm thinking, let's wash the brush. You're gonna need a little orange and yellow. orange and yellow alone give you a nice little mango color. We're gonna make one side orange and yellow, say like right here, orange and yellow. Orange and yellow. See, something like this. Cover the whole thing, come back, and we'll come back to that bright color. Now, this is where it's really important to keep your brush as dry as possible because you just want the paint. Now, take a little bit of green and yellow now. Take a little bit of green and yellow. A little green and yellow, and then come back on the other side. Something real simple, man. We're not trying to be here all day. See, something like that. See, already you should have a mango look. All right. We're gonna let that dry a little bit because but before we do that, wash your brush, dry it really good. Now grab just the orange now, and then come in the bottom. Now the only way that's gonna work, grab a smaller brush, make sure it's nice and dry, and grab your orange, and then look, just add it in the bottom. I mean, I love mangoes, so you know I'm gonna show this some kind of, take a nice little mango approach to this. See, something like that. All right, let that dry a little bit. Now, and don't worry about the bottom of the mango. Don't worry about that. We're gonna come back and fix the bowl and put a nice little dark line here just to reinforce, because we gotta add some shadows and some light colors. We're gonna do some simple grapes. Now, we're doing another shade of grape. We're gonna grab this little tiny brush here. Do another shade of grape. It's gonna be some kind of yellowish, greenish grape. And it's gonna be right here in the back, something like this. Add one here. You know, and then switch the flavor up once in a while. See, add another one here. Add another one here. See, for that one here, I want this grape to be on top of it. So what do? You have two options. You could just come with the towel and just, boom, remove it. See how easy that was? And then go back into, you know, mix you some grape green, light color. See, something like that. Maybe put one on top and stop. One on top and stop. See, something like that. All right. And then come in the bottom and then reinforce this one. See? And just like that, you got another grape. Now, you might want one here, something like that. Come around. I mean, if you take your time, you don't have to disturb the other grapes. Something like that. We're not gonna add too much grapes on that side. I just wanted two types of grapes. See, something like this. See, something like that. See, something like that. And then take a little bit of black in that same color. Try to see if you could fill this in right here, something like that. And then maybe you could come right here. Wait. We need to add another one, but add a little white to it so you could, boom, see, look, boom, right on top. Take your time, because you mess up on grapes, it's kind of hard to. Now, back to that same small brush that I was working with. I'm gonna go back into that purple, add a little black to switch up the flavor, and then see, look, just like that, you could just fix the grapes. You might want to go and round this one off a little bit, but you want to place the brush down and kind of like turn it around. See, something like that. Turn it around. Put the brush down, turn this around. Now, for now, let's go back to our mango, and then we'll add some highlight, because I can still see the bowl. I don't know why I went so dark, but we're gonna make it work. Let's go back to our mango and try to reinforce that color. Add some more of that orange on top. Grab a little orange. Grab a little orange, look, just add it on top of it like that. But don't make your hand shake too much. See, something like that. A little more orange. A little more orange. A little more yellow here. Go this way and come that way. Wipe your brush. Now see if you could bring all these colors together. See, something like that. For some reason my orange is not sticking here, probably because it's wet. But now we're gonna take a little bit of skinny brush. We need to add, I'm gonna add an orange here. I'm gonna work on the orange, but the best way to execute that, I'm gonna get some white and then just make a circle here. And then we'll come back and highlight our grapes and we're done. See, that's it, that's all we're doing. We're just adding an orange. I know I'm adding white first, but I learned my lesson. I'm taking out the, see, something like that. Come down a little bit, and then boom, you got yourself your orange. We're gonna let that dry. In the meanwhile, I'm gonna go into the skinny brush, add a little detail to the grapes, and we out of here. We're not gonna spend all day working on this thing, all right? Grab our little skinny brush, and then we're gonna work on our grapes. Now, as far as our grapes is concerned, let's take a little bit of red now. Just red, and just go on top, just the top, something like that. Come right here, just the top. A little bit of red, just on top. Grapes are tricky, but don't let them trick you. You gotta trick them. See, grapes. See what the red is doing? Just red, I'm adding. That base color we added really gave them a nice look. See, now you could really shape each individual grape. See, come right here. And then you might want to smudge that up a little bit. And then come right here. We're going to shape this one. But try to create a nice little round effect. Just so you could complement the ones in the back. See, something like that. See, something like this. You see, not all grapes are exactly the same color. Even if they all green, they each have their own like flavor to it. Maybe you could take a little bit of that eggplant purple, and then you come here and then define this one. See, something like that. Just rounding off the top. Take a little bit more red. And then look, round this one off. See, something like that. You might want to loosen up the paint a little bit. Take a little bit of red and purple. And maybe come right here and then round this one off a little bit. See, something like that. But make sure you really round it off good. Sorry guys, grapes takes a while. And then come right here, grab a little purple and red, and check it out. A little purple and red. Another grape here. See, all that the prior work we did is really what's helping us out now. Take a little bit of red. You could even take a little bit of yellow and add on top of that, because what you're trying to do is create separation. See, something like that. Wipe your brush, go back into the purple and red, and then kind of like fill it in. See, something like that. See, something like this. See, boom. Give each grape their own character. Now go into just a little red and purple, because we know this one is behind it. Something like that. See, something like this, and leave that highlight. Now come here with this one, leave it right on top. See, something like that, and then smudge it out. And if you don't like how that looks, take a little bit of purple, drop it right in the middle, and then bring it all together. See, something like that. Now, not satisfied with the grapes yet. You will never be satisfied with grapes because they're not the easiest thing to draw. See, something like that. And then maybe you come here and reinforce this one. Maybe this one, you reinforce this one. See, and then just like that. That's not the best part. I'm about to do the best part right now. So you come right here. Make sure you try to keep your grapes as round as possible. Take a little bit more red and come here. And then kind of like round this off a little bit. See, something like that. Round that off a little bit. You're not satisfied with how round it is? Because I'm not. See, come right here. Good. See, now that looks better. Round it off real good. See, something like this, and then maybe you add a little red on top of this one, just to give, you know, you might have to keep working it. See right here, maybe this is a brighter spot, and then look, and then boom, you leave it alone. Now, these two grapes, they need a little separation, so you take just red, and then you, boom, see, just like that. See, the funny thing about working with grapes, you gotta like, see, like right here, I might have to block y'all for a second, just for a second, y'all. See, something like that, something to that effect. To separate these two some more, you take a little purple and then you round it off right here. If it's still not coming out, go back into the purple again, and then look, just like that, you just separated. You're great. Now, I can't say now yet. I'm gonna say now real soon. Now I can say now. See? With the ones in the back, you could just leave them like that. Now, the only thing they're missing is, watch this. You wash your brush, you go into the white, and boom. And then you just look. See, just like that. Something real simple. Now, but you're not done yet. You don't want that bright spot to be too bright. So try to find a way to break it up a little bit. Wipe your brush, wipe off the excess, you know, and break it up a little bit. Just break it up a little bit. Just go around and do the same thing for each of them. See, something like that. And when you break it up, it gives it a nice look. It makes it look wet, pause, and it just give it a nice look. See, right here. Whoa. Yeah, a little bit more white. See, something like that. Wipe your brush, and then wipe your brush real good, and then break it up. Just break it up a little bit. This one doesn't have any on it, so we come right here, add a little, can't leave this one out. This one right here, just break it up a little bit, you know? Just break it up a tiny bit. It just gives it a better glow look, see? And then just like that, you got yourself grapes. But I'm not satisfied with my mango yet. Guys, I'm gonna touch up my mango a little bit. And then we're out of here. So best way to do that, let's start adding the white. Let's start adding our bright spot here. Add a little bright spot here, something like that, right? Wipe your brush, you know, just break up the corner a little bit. Just break it up a little bit, all right? Just grab a little, I would say, let's go with yellow first on the edge, like this. Go with yellow on the edge. You can go heavy. Right? Now, real quick, just break up the color in the bottom a little bit. You don't want it to dry too hard, too rugged. Just break it up, don't worry. We're gonna come back, something like this. Break up the color, go back into the white. Back into the yellow. Now, let's go back into our green. Go back into our green. Add a little yellow on top. A little more yellow on top. And then pretty much just spread that whole color in this area. Something like that. But stay true to the shape. Right? Something like that. We're gonna put a little orange midpoint, maybe something like right here. See if you could bring it all together. That mango is tricky, I'm telling you. I've tried mangoes before, they're very tricky. See, something like that. See, once the colors start coming together, and then once you see what you want, you stop. I might need to add a little, wash the brush, add a little more orange in the bottom. Notice how I'm touching it, I'm dabbing it like this. Grab a little more orange and dab it in the bottom. Guys, I'm really taking my time with this because I'm doing a time lapse and I can't wait to see what it looks like. So that's why I'm trying to add as much work as possible, because See, something like that. Look at that. And you bring it all together. Now, take a little bit more yellow if you want. And see if you could break up that orange a little bit. See, something like that. Something like this. See? Something like that. A little more orange. A little orange and a tiny bit of white. See, something like that. And then break it up. See? Now, take a little yellow and orange, put it to the side, mix it up real good. Make sure you bring those two colors together. Maybe a little more yellow, tiny bit of white, orange. Make sure it's a nice even color. Bring all the color together. Now watch what we're gonna do. We're gonna come in the bottom. For some reason the color don't wanna stick, so we have to approach it like this. Now, we're gonna leave the mango alone because I'll be damned if I'm gonna spend my whole entire painting on a mango. So now we're gonna go back into our bowl and try to create like a black border, but I gotta have the right brush for it. Let me see which is the winner. The winner is this one. Okay, I'm gonna use a skinny brush. And just like that, we're done. Look how good our grapes look. Don't worry, I'm gonna show y'all a close-up to take the glare off. First, let's fix our bowl now. Let's fix our bowl and make our bowl look good. Let's fill it in. We're not done with the orange yet. Let me let's get the orange out the way real quick. But the orange is real easy. I'm just adding an orange color to it. That's about it. Just adding a real orange color to it and just let it glow. Now, take a little bit of orange. We want one of them Florida oranges. The only way to get that look is you need a lot of orange, but you need a little bit of red and yellow to get that nice orange look. And I'm gonna load the brush, and then look, come right here and just fill that in. That's it. Our orange is the easy part. Don't mess up your grape. Don't mess up your grape. This is where you really gotta have some control. Then come right here. Now, I'm gonna do away with this brush and get something smaller. Bring your little small brush. There's a reason why I put the black there. It's just so I could, at the same token, create a shadow. See, come right here. I'm trying my best not to block y'all. See, something like this. So I purposely did that piece today just to show y'all it's not easy putting fruits together. I mean, I could mess around with sky all day before you know what I'm done, but when it comes to fruits, because each of them has a certain look. See, something like this. All right, no black got on it yet, so. That's our orange. and real easy. You just take a little bit of white. Just take a little bit of white, kind of like put a dot here, then another dot around, something like this. Go into the orange a little bit. Keep dotting. Wash your brush. Now go into just the orange and then start just, just creating some kind of dots, bright dot colors, something like this. See, the dots I added, I'm just distorting the dots a little bit just to give that orange look. And then go into a little bit of red, just a tiny bit of red, but keeping that orange. And just, you might have to go more red, something like this. See, look. And just like that, what the red is doing is it's allowing see, something like that. Don't mess up your grapes. Don't mess up your grapes. And then just kind of like just make it look rugged. See, something like that. And just like that, you got yourself your orange. And then you can go back and round off some more areas just to give that orange a nice look. And then just like that, you got yourself, your orange. So, all right, let's see what we have so far, ladies and gentlemen. We have ourselves the peach. That was the first thing I got out the way. We got ourselves the peach. And off the camera, I'm gonna separate this with that. So I'm not gonna spend too much time on this. We got two types of grapes, orange. I'm pretty sure there's more fruits on the bowl, but we're gonna leave it like that. I kind of like how it looks. You have your watermelon and you have lemon, So hopefully I was able to capture all of that for y'all. And like I said, I can't wait to see what the time lapse is gonna look like. Let me straighten out the paper a little bit and give you guys a close up. And then we're gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna work on it a little bit off the air. Sign it, and then let me move the camera a little bit. First, we stop our time lapse. Can't wait to see what that looks like. I'm excited. Let me say what's up to y'all. Peace, y'all. Peace, y'all. What's going on, Francois Canvas? How you doing, Gail? Thanks for watching. Joanne, thank you for watching. And everyone else. I just realized just because I don't see them on the chat, it doesn't mean that they're not watching. So peace to everyone that's watching. And it's Francois Canvas. I just wanted to challenge myself today, and I kind of like how it turned out. Maybe I'll do something to the table. We'll figure it out, and then I'll post it later. But thank you guys for watching, and let me stop talking and show you what we came up with. We got lemon, we got peach, and them grapes, boy, I could eat some right now. See the orange? See that rugged look that I was looking for? And then we got our mango. I just got to do one more thing to the mango, and then after that, we're done. So what's the point of all of this? I get on a live to try to encourage you guys to stay creative, or else y'all gonna be 40 looking 60. And I'm always trying to get my family to have fun, and why not make a living and have fun at the same time? So make sure you have a creative outlet, So check out some of my podcasts. Shout out to my entrepreneurs out there. And whoever want to support the platform, you're welcome. You already know how to do it. I'm not going to say it now. But, and thank you for watching. I'm going to try another fruit bowl. I'm going to challenge myself a little more. Grapes are not easy, so we're going to do grapes, and we'll do some other stuff. And then maybe we'll try a different type of lighting. All right, so once again, thank you guys for watching. And then we'll close out with a close-up on the grapes. All right, have a good rest of your day. One love.